Welcome back. Edge Messaging presents this edition of the Daily Takes Newsburst for Friday, October 30th. We have the latest news as the campaigns reach their final weekend, and the COVID-19 surge continues.
On Thursday, the Department of Interior announced a new rule delisting the gray wolf in the lower 48 states, allowing state and tribal governments to develop their own locally tailored management rules to reflect the unique conditions and needs of their own jurisdictions. The announcement, quote, represents an important first step toward restoring local control over the skyrocketing gray wolf population in Wisconsin, said Representative Tom Tiffany. For too long, the Endangered Species Act has been a statutory Hotel California, where well-funded, radical environmental groups see to it that animals check into the federal ESA list, but never leave. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service initially pegged the wolf recovery goal at 100 for the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and Wisconsin. Yet that population had grown to nearly 1,000, far exceeding initial recovery goals by 2017. And recent reports put the population of wolves even higher. This burgeoning number of wolves has placed a financial strain on Wisconsin taxpayers, with the Department of Natural Resources being forced to pay out millions in wolf-related damages to sportsmen and livestock owners since the original listing. To manage the species, Wisconsin landowners and conservation groups are expected to petition the DNR to establish a hunting season for the wolves. For the second time this week, the number of new daily COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin exceeded 5,000. Today there were 5,069 positive cases recorded, along with 142 hospitalizations and 24 deaths. 86% of all hospital beds in the state are filled, with COVID patients occupying 14% of all beds. There is less than 10% availability in southeast Wisconsin and the Fox Valley. There are 93 more people hospitalized with COVID-19 than this time yesterday, and 303 more than a week ago. Currently there are 1,546 hospitalized COVID-19 patients in Wisconsin, with 350 of them in an intensive care unit. This has been a record-shattering week for the pandemic and will end October with more new cases than the two previous worst months combined. This podcast was sponsored by Edge Messaging. For strategic, political communications at the speed of now, turn to Edge Messaging. 262-290-EDGE. That's 262-290-3343. Or visit edgemessaging.com.